Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson forced out to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number one from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Domata Peko, the one to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Throwing is Wilson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
First down.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now Wilson. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. The first carry for C.J. Prosise. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 3rd and short, it's Prosise. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll go with Prosise. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. First and 10 at the 14. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 9, Jackson, and he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Jadeveon Clowney able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Now it's Jackson dancing to his left. He's good, and the ball is knocked out, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback would be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. On second down now, it's Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Seahawks 7, Ravens nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is Signal for and take it.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the gun, Jackson. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. The 20. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Running right. This is Ingram. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, Bradley McDougald. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing is Jackson, and that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. On 2nd down now. It's Carson, able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
On third down, Wilson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's got his man, that's Josh Gordon. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, Wilson. And an alley to run. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A second down carry for Procise. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He'll buy some time right.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 3 yards out. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having ball.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Being chased out left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Third and long, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Open man is Gordon, complete. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Now Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Carson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
No. 36 power.
First down.
Now it's Carson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll begin the drive with Carson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now a give, right side. Carson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
40.
They run again with Carson. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. To throw is Wilson on third down. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Carson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Josh Bynes. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Wilson gives to Procise on the delay.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first. They'll try and run down here with Procise. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Ravens' 6-yard line.
Again they run, again it's Procise. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. C.J. Procise, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 21, Ravens 11. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Miles Boykin, 34 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker with the extra point, and they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space? But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold them just a couple and force a third down.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. They won on 2 fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only do they stop him short of the first, they get him out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense won, as you mentioned, on both fronts.
Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Now Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wilson. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 50 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, 70 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Here's Wilson to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ready? Mike 57, Mike 57. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Delta. 57's right.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson dancing to his left. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 63 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Here we go.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
You got nothing. 57. Come on.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
40. Further. Gonna be a long day, offense.
On 1st down, Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougald. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side here with Penny. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
On 2nd down. It's Carson, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson in the final minute, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks.
36. Run left. Switch.
Wilson to throw. Buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time?
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson being chased out left. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. this to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is absolutely perfect. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down. From the gun on third down, Wilson.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Wilson. Big tight end over the middle, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. On first and 10, Wilson stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On the draw, it's Procise. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Now he'll pull it down, and I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And my, how the tables have turned. They had a chance inside the red zone, punch that thing in and end it. Now we're going the other way.
And it's real easy to just look at them and say, boy, what an error, what a mistake you made. But how about the defense coming up huge? Let's give them a little bit of credit, keeping their team in the game, because if they score a touchdown there, it's game over.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But